Hey guys, Alan Cosens. I want to give you an inside overview of this pureleverage.com deal, which has just come out. I've just been getting hammered with offers for this thing. People trying to recruit me into it, and it's just been everywhere. And it's one of those things where it's being presented as a 100% commission program. I think I've been involved in just about every decent 100% commission program that there's been in the last 3 years, and there hasn't been that many. A couple of them have been really lousy, and I didn't waste the time on them. But this is like the latest one. And what happened, see, this is a Joel Terrian product, and he is the founder of GVO. If you ever heard of GVO, which now basically sells hosting. But I was in GVO like 3 years ago, right? And I hated it. It was completely different than it is now. It basically had certain things. It had like video hosting, and it had an autoresponder and conference room and stuff like that. Just internet marketing tools. It was $40 a month, and or $45, I think actually. It was $45 a month, and I just found the autoresponders like just way too difficult to operate with. Of course, I was just kind of new at internet marketing at the time, and I had already had an Aweber account. I just found Aweber much simpler, and I just, for whatever reason, I didn't care for it. Okay, it was $45 a month for people to basically get their autoresponder, and then the commissions were small. I don't remember what they were. Now this was a few years ago, and that system doesn't really even exist anymore. It's a totally different thing now, where they sell hosting, and then when you buy the hosting, you get the autoresponder for free and so forth. But anyway, because of that experience, when people have been hammering me with this pure leverage thing, I didn't even want to look at it. I wasn't interested in it. But one thing was, I was looking at some of the capture pages, and the capture pages are actually really kick-ass. They look very similar to some of the capture pages that I use in my own that I make. You can see here that it's very straight to the point, and I've got a number of different looks here, but they're very nice. All right, and I haven't tested any of them, but I would imagine that these would convert pretty well because, again, it's very similar to some of the ones that I use myself. So I like that, and I kept seeing all these leaders in the industry joining. I'm like, what is going on? This is going to be another one of these things where everybody just jumps in the first couple months, and a whole bunch of money's made for a couple months, and everybody's off to the next thing, And the other thing I thought was like, oh, these guys are just trying to copy Empower Network. Because the thing is, I love Empower Network. Like, Empower Network's been very good to me, and Empower Network's incredible. Right? I've never seen a community of people pull together like they have in Empower Network. And the sales presentations and the convert and stuff like that, it just makes it a lot easier with the 100% commission. It's kind of where my focus is these days. And I have 5-figure months, and I wasn't really looking to get into anything new, right? And people kept emailing me about this thing. And so I had this idea, well, I want, since these capture pages are so good, I wonder if I can just buy some paid ads, throw some paid advertising, and see if it'll convert on its own without me having to create any sort of content or anything. If it does that, I'll just keep throwing money at it, and if I get a net return, I'll just keep it in as another income stream. All right? Because I think this capture page will convert pretty well. Now I can make a capture page like this. The only difference would be like I wouldn't have the picture of the beach and the girl in the background. How much of a difference that makes, I have no idea. I'd have to test it. But so anyway, after getting hammered with this thing today, like I probably had about 20 people literally today email me about this. And there's a certain point and you're just like, what in the hell is going on with this thing? You got to take a look at it. And I didn't want to. And so anyway, I finally took a look at it, and I was looking at the sales page. I guess you would call it the sales page. It's basically got this video on it from Joel, and then it's got the listing of the different products here, and then of course at the bottom there's the compensation plan and whatnot. And I was looking at this thing and I was like, God, this is like a really good sales page, actually. It was one of the things I kind of forgot about was like way back when I got into GVO, I wasn't crazy about the product, the system, but the sales pages were really good. And that's one thing it's like hard to do. Like it's really hard to make sales pages that convert worth the crap. And this guy's been doing this a long time. Of course, he's got a whole team of people. And he does. He just got it. It's like even the way it's laid out, like it's easy on the eyes. Each section is separated really clearly. He gets right to the point with each thing. All the important information you want to know is right there. You don't have to search for it, right? It's very succinct. And he does a good job of explaining the products in a way where it's clear and it tells you what they are without being like overly fluffy. And then I just like the way it was laid out. And I said, well, and there's even testimonial on here. And I said, well, and then they got comparisons to other similar products. And really, there's no contest there as far as what you get for the money. And this is the kind of stuff that I like. Like I look for stuff like this because I don't like to spend a lot of time networking. Like way back in the day, I used to work all day, recruiting all day long. And I made a lot of money, but it didn't get me free. And then I got to the bottom of this after looking at this, and they're doing like this $1 trial for 7 days, and then it's only $25 a month, right? Which is cheap. I mean, golly, man. I mean, 8 out of 10 people will just go ahead and do the dollar for 7 days to see what it is, And then, after that, it's real cheap. So I was looking at this and I was thinking, damn it. This is something that actually will probably convert pretty well. And I was not wanting to find that because, to be honest with you, I'm busy enough. I got stuff I do out in life, and I ain't looking really to lay more work on myself. But I'm also not stupid, and I know when I see something that is valuable and has a potential to create some income. And what I look for in these is very specific, right? Like, some people, they just try to market everything, and they hammer their list with like 18 different things or 20 different things, and I don't do that. Like if you've been on my list, you mainly hear about like one thing. I try not to cross my lists up. Some of you guys are subscribed to more than one thing. So when I send out an email, you get 3 or 4 emails from me. It's not because I'm sending 3 or 4, it's because you're on multiple lists. And that's the only way usually you'll hear about more than one thing from me, because I try not to cross them over. And so I'm just not, I'm not looking to have to sit down and write a new email follow-up series. I'm not looking to have to create more blog posts. I'm not looking to have to try to get content out for another opportunity to get it found, right? But if I come across something and it looks like it'll convert on its own the way that it is, which this does, and it looks like something I could just throw some money into ads and sit back and collect money, then I'll look further. Well, this definitely looked like that. Okay. Only problem I had with it is this video wouldn't play. Let me see if it'll play now. I'm not sure what the deal is with that video. It doesn't want to play for some reason. It's in another location and it plays just fine. So I don't know, maybe they're sorting that out. So anyway, one of my partners that I've been working with for like 3 years, and I've been in a number of different programs with, who's one of the top leaders in the industry. And who's a friend of mine. I emailed him. I'm like, are you in on this deal? Because I just wanted to take a look at it. So I basically just signed up through his link, which was cost me a whole whopping $1. Okay. I figured for $1, I'll look at it. And I started going through, and I was looking at it from the standpoint of someone who didn't know anything. Like, what kind of a process was this? And I was not expecting it to be too cool, to be honest with you. Because almost everything that I join, every product I buy, every program I get into, once I get inside, there's something that pisses me off. Something doesn't make sense, there's a link that doesn't work, they tell you to do something, you go there to do it, and it's not there, or it doesn't function the way it's supposed to. Or, you're supposed to get a certain product, and the download doesn't work. There's always something screwing it up. And so I was expecting something like that. And I got to tell you, I am like really surprised because so far it's been really cool. It's been extremely easy to follow. Like once you join, first of all, like if you have been in Empower Network, you know like when you join, your credit card goes through Allied Wallet. So you know you put in all your information for the billing information, you submit it, and then it directs you to Allied Wallet, and then you put in your information again to create an Allied Wallet account, and then it runs the transaction. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So first of all, there's none of that on this. Just put my MasterCard in, and it ran the dollar, and it took 2 seconds. Okay. And the next screen I see is this, and look how simple this is, right? See, now I look at this from the standpoint of like, okay, if I'm going to bring people into this, right? One, how much crap am I going to have to build? How many videos am I going to have to record? How many tutorials am I going to have to outline and record in order to get them through the process? Because I always have to do that. It's like, no matter how simple the company makes it, it just is confusing. And most of that is because the people who build the sites are not people like us. They're programmer, geeky computer type of people. And for them, it seems like it makes sense. And like for the average person, it doesn't. It's very difficult for a human being to assume the viewpoint of another and look at it as if they don't know anything yet. Right? And I haven't found that with this at all. As a matter of fact, it's steps right here. This is what you do. And you can see even like the graphics, the way that they are, is everything is very easy to find, I think. Right? Now, it's very new. And first, there's this click the link to hear a message from your sponsor. There's actually, you just click here and you can record a custom message. Like part of this system, it just uses your webcam. It accesses your webcam and it records right to the system, so you can record your own video here. But my friend hasn't done that yet. So, here's the steps, right? Watch the intro video. You click the thing. The video comes up. Tells you exactly what to do. You open the quick start guide, which I've already opened. And it's here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. It might be over here. Let me close some of these things here. Anyway, it's just a PDF. I can click on it. It'll just opens right up like that, right? And it's very easy to follow, right? Just takes you right through all the basics. It's easy to understand, I thought, right? And then here's the steps, right? Set up your reseller account. So Pure Leverage has, just like Empower Network has, like you become a customer for $1, and then at least right now, I don't know if it's always going to have that $1 trial or what the deal is with that, but it's cool. After 7 days, it's $25 a month, but if you want to be a customer, so that's what you do. And if you want to be a reseller or an affiliate and earn the 100% commissions on the first month, what they do is they pay 100% commission on the first month. So all the people you refer, you get that $25 the first month, and then the next month you get half, right? And they got a really cool pay structure. I don't really want to get into that right now, but it's basically like everyone you refer, you get 100% the first month and 50% every month after that, and everyone they refer, you get 50% every month, and everyone they refer, you get 50% of what they make every month. And there's no pass-ups. It's just a little bit different, but basically you just follow the steps. So every one of these you click, it opens up a new video. It's really easy to follow. I thought it was super easy to follow. And then you click the next one. It walks you through setting up your autoresponder. And the next one is how to set up your welcome video, which is this video here. And then all you do is just like walk your way down here. Now, Pure Leverage is going to have what they've taken from Empower Network, I guess, this idea that they're going to give you a blog. I don't know what the blog is going to be like because it says coming soon, because we're still like in pre-launch, I guess. I guess it's pre-launch. I don't know if it's actually been launched or what the deal. I know people are joining, but anyway, this says coming soon here. So probably what I would do with that is I would like use that like any other blog. I would just create posts to link back to any other pages I was trying to get ranked. And then down the side here's all your stuff, and it's so laid out so simple. Promotional tools, your affiliate URLs. So each one of these you click. I guess the thing I'm most impressed with on this, I would say, is probably just the way everything's laid out. It's easy to follow. Like, I don't find myself getting a headache, or I don't find myself going like, what the hell? What is all this? I'm not having to read through tons and tons of words to. I mean, it's like, here's the picture of the thing and there's the link. If you want to see the picture bigger, you click on it and it opens up for you. It's pretty dummy oriented as far as I'm concerned. These are all the lead capture pages, which all of them are really nice. And then here's the if you want to bypass that and send them directly to your sales page, you could do that. And then they've also got live conference calls set up, which there's a link to invite people to there. One thing I really like, this is like super awesome. I've never seen this anywhere in any program that I've been in where they've done this. And there's a few things in this system where you know that these guys are marketers and they're doing stuff that we do, because that's the only people who would come up with this stuff. So one, there's a whole bunch of banners that you can use. Okay, so if you want to do banner advertising, and by the way, a lot of you guys don't know this, but there is an absolute ton of advertising networks out there that you can advertise with banners on. Tons of them. The problem that I found with them is it's difficult for me to create a banner, for one thing. I usually have to pay someone to do it if I want it to look decent, because I'm just not a graphic design person, and most people aren't. And then once I create it, there's this whole period of testing. Like, I may test it on 4 or 5 different networks just to find out that it ain't worth the crap, and I have to throw it away after I paid to have it designed and after I spent all the money testing it. And so what is like super awesome about this is, like, not only do they have all the different sizes, but they're keeping track of the global statistics for these things. Like, if you look at this is so cool. Right? So this, that this banner right now has had, 262,921 visits to it. It's had 15,553 clicks on it, which means, out of every person who's seen it, right, it's got a 5.92, what is that, 5.92%, I guess? It's kind of set up in a weird way. So let me just do the math to make sure I'm understanding this. Divided by 262,921. Yeah, it's 5.92%. So basically, out of every 100 impressions, that 5 or 6 people are going to click on it, right? Now you see that this one's higher, right? So why would you use that one? You see. So these all have their stats here, so you can see them. Now look at this one, right? This one's like way higher than the others. And if you look at the banners themselves, I could see maybe why that would be. I mean, this one really does attract your eyes. Become an instant reseller and collect 100% commissions. There's not really like a huge difference in click volume. I mean, this one's had 92,000, this one's had 89, but this one's got a 13% click-through rate, right? So if I'm going to make a banner of this size, which one would I choose? Duh, right? I would choose that one. And it's always going to be a percentage here, so it's not going to matter just because everybody's using this one, all right? So they all have this. Look at this. These banners, almost the same banner. This one's got a pile of cash on it. Look at the difference. Right? So I'm looking at this and I'm going, this data, just to have this data on these banners, like, for me, that's worth thousands of dollars, because the amount of money I'd have to spend to test, to find all this crap out, it's unthinkable. I would never do it. Well, because they're using the power of a group, right? They have the ability to show you these stats. I think that's incredible. I think if someone said, look, we're going to give you, 20 banners along with the complete global statistics on the click rates and which ones, it's $100. It would be worth paying for it. I just thought that was really cool. So this is one thing, like, the last two 100% commission opportunities I've been involved in, they don't even have banners. Like, there's been some third parties who've put banners together for sale and whatnot, but like my current opportunities, I have to get my own banners made. The other thing, ad copy. They got ad copy written here, and again, the layout on these is just wonderful. Now you can see, first thing on these is like they've already got all your links built in your name. Okay. So there's only 3 pre-written ad copies here, and these are basically like for your current list for your warm market, right? But the thing is that they're actually decent. They're actually well written. And again, you can tell that who's ever writing these is a marketer, right? So we're going to come back to that in a little bit, because when we get to the autoresponder thing, which I was very impressed by. And of course, they've got leaderboards here, but we're a little early in the game for those to really be relevant. He's giving away a Ferrari, I assume for first prize. So then here, this is the marketing suite. I mean, these are basically the products that you're paying for, right? So there's a lead capture system. Now, I thought this was really nice too. First of all, as a marketer, I see this page, I know exactly what I'm looking at. They've already got all the pure leverage campaigns set up. There's 4 of them, right? And they've already got 2 general campaigns set up for your business. So if you're going to use this system to market another business, they've already got the campaigns set up. You just have to go in there and create the follow-ups. You don't even have to create the campaigns, right? They've made it very simple. Because the thing is, you got to realize, like most businesses like this, you have to get a separate autoresponder service, and the autoresponder is built right into the system. You see, so for $25 a month, you got the autoresponder and the blog and the lead capture pages and the pre-written emails and the video email and the conference room and that type of thing. We'll get into that stuff, but it's a tremendous value, because you got to think, like, Aweber is $19 a month until you pass 500 subscribers, and then it's, I think, $29 a month, right? So if you're in a business and you have a monthly and that's like 100, and then you got Aweber and that's 29, well, that's 129 right there. Well, this, less than $25 a month, the autoresponder is built right in. Now I've been reading that there's a lot of people who've been transferring from their Aweber over to this, and apparently, I'm not sure, but apparently what I've heard is that you can just download your subscriber list from Aweber, and then support will help you migrate them over to this, so you can use this, so you can switch. And I'm not sure if that applies to all of them or only the ones that were double, like confirmed opt-ins, which is how GetResponse does it. They have to be the confirmed opt-ins, and when you download the report, it shows them that. But I have a ticket in to find that out. But anyway, on these, what is really cool, what I thought, and this is something that I was talking to Dave Wood about last year, about one of the things that was going to be going in place with Empower Network, but that is that campaigns that you can control within the system. But like this campaign, okay, if someone subscribes through the lead capture page, this is the campaign that they get. Once they've purchased, okay, then it bumps them over to this campaign. It's a different email follow-up, right? Because it wants to bump them up to the next VIP, whatever that, I haven't done that yet, but whatever that is. There's 2 product levels, apparently. And then the next one is emails that go out to the people who have become resellers, right? So you can differentiate between those people who are your customers and those people who are actually interested in building the group with you, which I thought was great, right? Because for me, the way that I've done that before hasn't been very good. There's not really a way to separate them out other than just manually taking each email address and sending it. And then when someone becomes a VIP over here and they buy the upsell, then it bumps them onto this list. So they've got this all set up for you, and this was I thought really cool because here you got a drop down, right? And all you got to do is select the campaign, okay? And then you click the little edit button here, and what comes up here by default is the name that you registered your account with, and the email you registered your account with. Well, I changed them, right? But literally all you have to do is just change those, and if you want to get a notification every time you get a new subscriber, you click the box, you click edit, right? And that's it. Oops. Guess I can't back from that without saving. This is the first time I've been in here, so each one of these, right, you would go in and you would change, whatever name and email address you wanted to use for that particular one, right? So once that's done, right, then all the emails which are already written, okay, are automatically replaced with your name, see? So affiliate first name, right? That's right in the, so hey, subscriber name, it's Alan. Let's start whatever it says here, right? So we've got these global fields in here. So this is the reseller campaign, right? And it says, I'm so excited you decided to become a reseller. Let's look at the leads. So if you look at these, now there's a lot of these written already. And one thing I noticed when I went in here the first time was, because I was reading these, I said, geez, this is a damn good email. I was like, oh, somebody actually, like whoever wrote this actually is probably a marketer. He probably does what we do. Isn't that interesting? Because a lot of the time when you start with a new company, you go and they got swipes, the swipes stink. Well, these don't stink. And they're already all coded with my links and everything like that, right? So, and they've got text and HTML versions here. And of course you can change any of these, but the point is that that's all done. It's all set up for you, right? And look how simple. Now, I haven't looked at these Your Business yet. I assume these are blank in here, but I'm not sure. Let me look at them. Oh, I see. Well, what they've done is they've just, or maybe I need to change this, Your Business one. Right. Okay, good. So the Your Business one, they're just blank. And so what they did is they just went ahead and created a couple campaigns for you, so you didn't have to bother creating the campaign. Right? And if you wanted to create a campaign, you would do that here under autoresponder. I clicked to create a campaign earlier and I never did anything with it. I just navigated off the page, so there's nothing in here. See, click here to create campaign. So I'm not sure about this. You can get a copy of campaign by code. Oh, I see. So like if your upline gave you a sharing code, you could put it in there and get the campaign. Okay, cool. So now they've got these other services here, video, email. This is kind of neat, I thought, because you choose which campaign you want it to go to, you write the email, and then you can add the video to it, right? And what's going to happen is it's going to take that video and it's going to host it for you, right? So if I click add or record a video and I choose record, right, it asks you, do you want to allow or do you want to deny, right? And then you can just use your webcam if you got a webcam hooked up and record the video, and then it'll ask you if you want to save it, and then when the email goes out, it'll have like a screenshot of the video right in the email for you. Now I usually do that, like I'll record my own videos and then I'll just make an image of the video and put that in the email. You can do that, but this does make it simpler. And at first I was like, well, video, email, come on. I mean, all you got to do is like take a screenshot of an image of a video, of your video, and upload the image and put the image in your email, and you got video email. But it's way more time consuming. And after going here and looking at this, I go, oh, and this is only $24.95 a month. So actually this is pretty killer when you think about it. And you would access the conference room here. Now I haven't actually, I clicked this and it began to load and asked for my password and all that, and I just never went through the process. I assume that, you would give the link to whoever you wanted to join you in the conference room, and then you would log in and everybody would be able to conference at the same time, but I haven't actually done that yet. They do have, however, a number of recorded calls in here. In particular, two trainings on how to use the autoresponders, okay, and then an orientation, and then an explanation of the reseller program, which is neat. And there's this study course in here, and I don't know exactly what it is, but it's pretty long. Chapters 1 through 7, A to Z millions. Apparently, some sort of make money at home course. Right? And then apparently every Saturday and Thursday is when they have the calls, so they've got them divided up here. And there's a webinar here, so I would assume, let's see. Just wondering if there's a way to embed that somewhere. I don't know if there is or not. If you wanted to share it with someone, I have to figure that out. But anyway, that'll grow over time. Those resources will grow over time. Now this is pretty neat too, and I've never actually seen this in any program I've done either, where they actually give you lead sources here. Now, for those of you on my Empower Network team, you know I've been running co-ops lately, and our co-ops have been kicking ass. As a matter of fact, my co-op is like, I've never seen anything like it. I'm getting like, I got 404 leads yesterday, and they were like 80 some cents a piece. But here they've actually got, within the program itself, they're doing media buys, and they explain here every month they spend $50,000 to $100,000 on their media buys. I'm sure that's going to go up. But what they've done is they've broken it up into shares, so you can do like a $300, a $500, or $1,000 share. Now, just to give you some reality, like, these prices are not unreasonable at all. So 280 to 333 clicks, right, for $300, right? So you're looking at like, what's the halfway point on there? Say 300. So basically, like, 99 cents a click or something like that for this one, right? They don't know how many leads you're going to get, but they're saying, oh, if you get 130 leads, that might be reasonable. So on this one, say $9.97, if you got, I don't know, 300 leads out of 1,200 clicks, so it'd be 300. It'd be $9.97 divided by 300. That'd be about $3.30 a lead. It's actually not bad. The Ultimate Co-op for Empower Network, Chris Darty's deal, which we all have access to. If you do that deal, those leads are about $3.80 a piece, which is more than reasonable. I figured out one time, just based on my numbers, I could spend about $15 to get each lead, and I'd still make money in Empower Network. So you see here, they've actually got sources for people to just buy leads if you just flat out wanted to buy them. Are they the cheapest in the world? No, but they're certainly not the most expensive. So like I said, my co-op yesterday, I was getting about 80 some cents a piece, and here they're about $3 a piece, right? They also give you resources for solo ads. There's not a huge list here. However, I have a very big list of paid advertising sources in my own personal team resources. And our co-ops are also solo ad co-ops. So I just thought that was kind of neat that they actually give you advertising resources inside of here. Now the next thing, the CPA analyzer, cost per action analyzer, is what that stands for. This is awesome because, first of all, let me see if does it open a page. I gotta click on something else. There's the video here is like so simple. It's like less than 3 minutes. He explains how you use the thing and what it is. I mean, it's really easy to follow. But basically, what this will do is it'll track how many times your pages have been viewed, how many leads you've gotten from it, and how many signups, how much money you've earned. So if you're running paid ads on different ad sources, like let's say you want to run banner ads on clicksor.com, right? You could actually just create a separate campaign. I'm trying to remember how he did this. You can create a separate campaign with the Clicksor. I think he just opened up a link and put it in like that, and it opens up the page. And then what did he do? I think all he did was refresh this page. I'm trying to remember the 3-minute video that I watched. Yeah, they didn't do it. Anyway, I can't remember how exactly he did it. I can let me pause this and take a look at that. Okay, I see what happened. So, like, you see here it says AVD now. All I did was you just put an ID in here. So, like, whatever site you're going to advertise on, if it was, like, I think we had Clicksor, for example. So you're going to know how many, this would be the link, like you would link the banner to this, right? So you copy that. I'm not sure if this will work in the same browser or not. We can try it. Right? Then I refresh the page. It might not work in the same browser. But anyway, I tested it with the AVD just as a sample. So I put AVD in here, and then you take the link, right? And so you can see now what it did is it automatically created that campaign stat for you here. So this is like one of the big deals, like for people who pay for advertising, because you got to know exactly what, like if I'm paying for ads on, say, looksmart.com. Like I want to know exactly how many clicks, how many page views, and how many leads, and how many people purchased, and how much did I earn, so I can compare that with like how much I spent. And the way that I do that normally is with my own tracking systems, but like a lot of people don't know how to do that. So this actually has its own tracking system built right in, and I think that is pretty darn neat, because you'll be able to track all different kinds of paid advertising venues. I mean, you can have 100 of them, and you're going to know for each one, like, you know, is it profitable or is it not? And if it's not, you can shut it off, right? So anyway, I thought that was pretty killer, and it allows you to, you know, separate them by time. And it also breaks everything down. Like, you can look at just visits, you can look at just commissions, statistics. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Oh, I see. This just shows you, you know, visits and leads for each particular page. Browser stats. I don't know what that is. Oh, look, even shows you different, like what types of browsers are accessing your pages. CPA campaigns. Okay, so here you can delete campaigns. So pretty darn cool. And then we get into, you know, the ability to view your leads and email your leads and things like that. And I haven't even looked at these yet, right? Because there's no subscribers, because I've just opened this account. So anyway, that's all. I just want to show you around the inside of this thing, because everybody keeps hammering me with this thing, and I haven't seen anything yet that like really shows you around on the inside. And it's pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised with the way that it's laid out. I'd be interested to see like what the blog, you know, what kind of a service that is and so forth. But anyway, if you were curious about it, that's what it's like inside of there. So cool. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.